Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Amazon hits the Buy It Now button on the state fairgrounds. The site's set to be transformed, and we're not talking just about a warehouse either.
And breaking right now, it's official. The Big Ten has postponed the fall start of the football season.
Let's begin, though, with breaking news. As just this afternoon, Joe Biden has tapped Kamala Harris to be his running mate in the 2020 run for the White House. The campaign making the announcement on social media in just the past hour.
The decision comes after weeks of intense speculation and Joe Biden's most crucial decision yet as the presumptive Democratic nominee.
You'll recall he, of course, committed to choosing a woman as his running mate, and that included Governor Whitmer on this short list. But in the end, it was the senator from California. Harris, elected to the Senate in 2016 after serving as that state's attorney general. She's the first black woman and first person of Indian descent to be nominated for national office by a major party. Harris competed against Biden for the Democratic presidential nomination, but she left the race before voting began. Last week, Senator Harris was asked on MSNBC about Joe Biden's vice presidential selection process.
Well, I will tell you this. I'm very honored to be a part of this discussion, and whatever decision Joe Biden makes, I will support that decision and do everything in my power to help him get elected. And I believe whatever his decision is, it will have integrity. And it will be focused on what is necessary to fulfill his mission, which is about saving the soul of America, restoring the middle class, and uplifting our country.
So now she'll be doing everything in her power to get them elected. Much more ahead on the pick here on Local 4 News at 5:30.
Also breaking right now, the Big Ten says it's official. The football season has been postponed. The final decision came down to multiple factors, but in the end, they say concerns over COVID-19 forced their hand.
Let's bring in Bernie on this. Bernie, important to note, though, they are actually not canceling the season. They insist they're postponing it.
Correct. That is exactly right. The Big Ten president started meeting this morning at 10:30. Several options. One was a delay to the start of this season. It was going to be moved to the end of September. The other was to move it to the spring. Then late this afternoon, spring was the winner. The football season's moving to the spring. The conference said the health risks are too great at this time. Big Ten Commissioner Kevin Warren said there's still a lot of work to be done before this can happen.
The world's not ending today. And we'll do everything that we possibly can to make sure we'll gather information, prepare, plan, and create an environment that our student athletes will be able to participate in when it's safe and there's less uncertainty.
That's Kevin Warren, the commissioner of the Big Ten. They didn't want to cancel because the players and coaches put a lot of pressure on to play. They wanted to play. But think about it. Football in the spring with a vaccine sounds terrific, right? Kind of a no-brainer. If the COVID danger exists in the spring, you can always cancel at that point. Also, moments ago, the Pac-12 has decided to move all of their fall sports to the spring. Also, we're back later with the Big Ten's move to spring football. Kids, back to you.
All right, Bernie. Our other top story. We're following quite a few of them today. A wild chain of events unfolding this afternoon in Ypsilanti Township.
Officials there say it involves a shooting, a stabbing, and one person getting hit by a car. We want to get to Victor Williams. He's live to walk us through exactly what happened here. Victor?
Yeah, Kimberly, this was a strange turn of events indeed to take place here, but Tyler Road is back open after police had it blocked off as they did their investigation, trying to figure out what led to someone getting shot, another one stabbed, and like you said, another one ran over by a car.
Someone was actually shot.
Washtenaw County deputies are investigating the bizarre turn of events that took place at West Willow Park around noon Tuesday.
So I know a lot of people have seen and heard the melee, lots of people leaving the area.
Authorities say an altercation is what led to one person being shot, another being stabbed, and another being ran over by a car fleeing the scene.
The scene is secure at this point. Now, it's a pretty large crime scene just because you have an altercation in the park and vehicles fleeing the scene.
Chopper footage shows Tyler Road closed off as deputies look through evidence in all the cars involved. At this point, it's unclear who started the fight, but all three victims are stable in the hospital. Now, we've also been told by deputies that this may have also been a family altercation, so that, of course, just escalates things even more. We'll let you know if and when any charges are filed in this investigation. Victor Williams, Local 4, back to you.
Okay, Victor. Well, it sat dormant for years, but not for long. There's a deal in place that would bring an Amazon distribution center to the State Fairgrounds site on Woodward.
It's just part of a major announcement today made by Mayor Duggan. Larry Spruill live at that site. That land, Larry, is just going to be transformed, the only way to put it.
Devin, a huge transformation. We are live right here at the former fairgrounds, and it doesn't look like much right now, but soon a transformation will start, bringing hundreds of jobs with it. Changes are coming for the former state fairgrounds located off 8 Mile and Woodward Avenue. Right now, the land is being used as a testing site for the coronavirus. But Tuesday, Mayor Mike Duggan announced new plans for the property.
First phase of the development that will be done by these developers will be a $400 million, 4 million square foot building that will employ a minimum of 1,200 people, paid a minimum of $15 an hour plus benefits. That's all locked in to our contract.
Hillwood Investment Properties and Sterling Group plan to buy the 142 acres and place a 3.8 million square foot facility on it.
We want you to spend $7 million and build a transit center on the site in addition to your purchase price. And they have agreed. They expect their first tenant on the first site to be an Amazon distribution center that will open in 2022.
Now the new transit center will be similar to the Rosa Parks Transit Center downtown and will also include safe, convenient pedestrian connections to the Meyer Gateway Plaza nearby. We'll also have an indoor waiting area for customers. And if that wasn't good news enough, Duggan says that this project will be privately financed without the use of tax breaks. We're live at the former State Fairgrounds tonight. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
That is an extraordinary part of this. No tax breaks at all. Larry, talk a little bit about the timeline we're looking at here.
Yeah, so Devin, if City Council approves all of this without any hiccups whatsoever, it will be by mid-September. That's when construction will start here at the end of October. The entire center is supposed to be up and running, if everything works out correctly, by mid-2022. Devin?
Pretty optimistic stuff to talk about. All right, Larry.
Well, today the state is reporting a steep rise in new cases of coronavirus. 796 new cases of the virus have been confirmed in the past 24 hours. That's 239 more than yesterday. Also, the state reports 7 new deaths from COVID-19. And with the start of the new school year right around the corner, we're starting to see districts make their decision one by one, with most districts making the call to go remote.
Dearborn Schools, the latest district to make that call to start the year. Paula Tutman has a look at how the dominoes are starting to fall.
So right now, districts are really on a deadline. They've got to get their back to school plan to the state by Friday. And then they actually have to alert parents by Monday. It is every district for itself. Already we know that the state's largest district, with 51,000 students, Detroit Public Schools Community District, has a split model. And Superintendent Dr. Nikolai Vitti has said on numerous occasions that parents should have a choice. So the district will be offering both virtual and face-to-face learning options. Depending on the district, as few as 30% of parents say they don't feel safe sending their children back into a physical classroom when there is a virus that continues to rage. Some communities, however, have said as many as 60% of parents want their children to stay home. And because districts are looking at community spread percentages and weighing that against their ability to keep students, faculty, and support staff safe, a picture is emerging. In Oakland County, the tally thus far out of 29 school districts, most are leaning towards or have declared remote learning only for the start of the school year, like Southfield, Avondale, Bloomfield Hills, and Walled Lake. Only 4 thus far, Hazel Park, Novi, Pontiac, and West Bloomfield, are offering any in-person options. 12 districts have yet to officially declare, though Clarkston is leaning towards an all-virtual start. This morning, Dearborn was the latest to announce remote learning only for the start of the school year. The district is the 4th largest district with some 21,000 students. It follows Melvindale, which was one of the first to announce remote learning, and Allen Park, which voted yesterday. The county superintendent tells me he's waiting to tally the count, but believes the trend indicates 2 out of 3 schools will go to remote learning. The next 3 evenings of board meetings will be the determinant. In Macomb County, Utica Community Schools with 28,000 students will start the year remotely. Yet Romeo voted last night for in-person as a hybrid schedule to start the year with cohorted attendance groups and a shortened day to start, as well as a full remote option for those parents who want it for the 5,200 students. Warren Consolidated, with its 14,000 students, has not yet declared officially. The emerging picture is that while everyone wants students to have the benefit of in-person or face-to-face instruction, the majority of school districts are just not willing to take the safety gamble. Paula Tutman, Local 4.
Yeah, that's true. And if you want to see other districts' plans for the fall, our team at clickondetroit.com has compiled a list of every school district in Metro Detroit and their plans for the new school year. You can find it right at the top of the Return to School page on our website, clickondetroit.com.
Much more ahead on this Tuesday. Let's head into Ben.
Devin and Kim, much more comfortable finish tonight than what we walked out the door to this morning. Temperatures, though, still going to be on the one side of things going forward, and we're up to 11 in the hurricane season. We'll look at the newest storm next.
All right, Ben, also Russia claims they've developed a coronavirus vaccine. At 5, Dr. Frank McGeorge exploring the claims and the issues critical corners may have been cut. Sean.
Next, live at 5 o'clock, hitting the reset button on a big-time murder case that's gone unsolved. We're talking about the case of Egypt Covington. New information next.